Joining us from Miami, Senator Marco Rubio, who will introduce a bill to delay the individual mandate. So what is that bill going to look like, Senator, and when are you going to do it?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on, Bill. It's pretty straightforward. It's unfair that, on the one hand, you're telling people that if they don't buy insurance next year, the IRS is going to come after them with a fine. So it's unfair to say that to them and then turn around and make it so difficult or impossible for them to buy that health insurance. So what the bill would basically say is that the ObamaCare website has to be up and functioning for 6 consecutive months before they can begin to enforce this individual mandate on people. How can you punish people for not buying something that's impossible to buy because of these, the inability of this website to function because of government incompetence?
How do you see this bill coming out? I would imagine every Republican senator would vote for it, but are you going to be able to peel off some Democrats to do that? Maybe Manchin of West Virginia would do it, but I don't know anybody else.
Well, I think they're going to have to do this no matter what, and it's a question of when they're going to finally admit to that. Now, look, I actually don't think this is a partisan thing. I think no matter how you may feel about Obamacare, I certainly would like to see it repealed and replaced. Others may disagree. But no matter how you may feel about Obamacare, this is not about that. This is about the fact that it is unfair, that you're going to punish people, that you're going to send the people.
Now, will your bill contain the provision that if you want to sign up for Obamacare now, you certainly can? It's just that you don't have to and you don't be punished. So that gives everybody the option of, yeah, I'll do it or I won't do it. And as you said, when they get the glitches out of the software so that people can efficiently decide what they want to do, then you can do the mandatory deal. That is fair.
Yeah, that's it.
But politics being as it, you know, and what I said is true. It's not about Obamacare. You know that, Senator. This is about the whole entitlement culture. It's a much bigger thing.
Right. The issue of Obamacare is about a much broader agenda to inject more government control over our lives and over our economy. But I'm dealing right now with a very focused issue. For example, I'm going to give you an example. On this very day in Florida, it was announced that 300,000 people are going to lose their individual coverage because of Obamacare. Now, those people next year, if they don't have health insurance, they're going to owe the IRS money in the form of a fine. Where are they supposed to go now and buy that health insurance if the website isn't working, if Consumer Reports is telling people to avoid the website? So what this bill does is it says basically this: until that website is certified to be functioning, you cannot enforce this on people.
Okay,
it's simply not fair.
When are you going to introduce it?
Monday. We can't introduce bills while we're not in session, but the Senate will be back on Monday, and I'll introduce it on that day.
You think Harry Reid's going to block it with no debate and no this and do those procedural things? Well, tell me, have you talked to Reid? Have you talked to his office? Does he know it's coming?
Well, what I'm going to start doing, and I've already started doing, is reaching out to some of my Senate colleagues that I think might be a little bit more open-minded about this, Democrats included, to see if I can get this to become a bipartisan thing. Because at the end, look, this is about common sense. This is about fairness. This is about keeping people from being hurt.
Get Manchin of West Virginia's name on it. Then you have, you know, it'd be interesting to see if he has the stones, pardon the expression, to put his name on something like that, because he said he would. He said he would support it. So if you can get him, that would be kind of, look, it's a chess game. You know what the chess game is, and this will be fascinating to see if you can get this done.
Well, we're going to give everybody a chance to be on the right side of this. Eventually, they're going to have to do something about it, because it's going to take more than a few months to fix these websites, and it's going to be unfair to go after people for not buying health insurance when the ability to buy it is not being made available.
Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite Senator Manchin on tomorrow on the Factor.
Good.
And I'm going to ask him if you'll attach his name. But I don't want to do that without, it's your bill. I don't want to, you know, usurp your authority. Is that okay if I do that and say, would you sign up?
We need all the help we can get. We'd love to have his help, and anybody else who's watching tonight that would like to sign up in the Senate.
All right. So any other Democrats who would like to, you know, co-sponsor this bill with the Republican side? Because you have all the Republican support. Nobody's not going to vote for it. And the House would pass it, as everybody knows. So it's basically you're in a struggle with the far left, you know, the real committed left, the Harry Reid section. It'll be very interesting to see. One more question for you. We're going to do this later on the program. Did you see the polls today saying, you know, that the Tea Party, 25% of Americans approve, 75% don't approve, and the Republican Party is not much better, maybe 32% approve. You think that's a real troubling situation for you guys?
You know, these polls fluctuate. They come and go. I mean, if we lived our lives based on polls, we wouldn't be able to do anything else. The bottom line is that we have some very serious issues that this country is confronting. You've outlined some of them in your talking points memo tonight. But at the basis of all this is that the American dream as we know it, what makes our country special, it's being eroded. And we're running out of time to do something about it. And I certainly feel like people in my party are fighting on the right side of that.
All right, Senator. Keep us posted on how that bill goes on Monday. And that's a pretty interesting deal. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you, Bill.